When you receive a crypto wallet in a box like this, it's either way too good or way too shit. Okay, probably not the best way to start a review. Coldcard has probably the strongest reputation in the crypto community, and here's something that makes me extra proud. This beast is made right here in Canada. In a world dominated by tech from Silicon Valley and China, Canadians' build was arguably the most secure Bitcoin wallet on the planet. Not bad, huh? But they don't give a damn about marketing. The packaging is basic, and you won't find many YouTube reviews because they don't send free samples. And there are no referral links, so no surprise, many YouTubers simply ignore this wallet. It won't make them any money, so I spend my own money to properly test the Coldcard Q and see if it's really that good. And spoiler alert, I absolutely hate one thing about it. But in a nutshell, this crypto wallet stands out among all the hardware wallets I've tried so far. And fair warning, the Coldcard Q is one of the most complex crypto wallets to use. I usually combine reviews and tutorials in one video like I've done with other wallets on this channel, but Coldcard is way too special for that approach. So this video focuses purely on the review, a detailed breakdown of all the pros and cons so you really understand what makes this wallet one of a kind. The full tutorial is coming in a separate video because honestly, doing both would make this over an hour long. Before we dive in, please be aware, there are many scam websites selling fake Coldcard wallets. Make sure to order one directly from Coldcard, the company behind Coldcard. Never buy from third-party sellers or random websites. For your convenience, I'll put the official link in the description below, which also provides me with a little extra bonus at Coldcard store for me, so I can test more of their products in the future. By the way, my name is Oleg G. I'm the founder of ocryptocanada.ca, a website dedicated to educating Canadians about crypto. Since Canada has its own unique rules and regulations around cryptocurrency, I created this resource specifically for Canadian crypto holders. If you're in Canada and into crypto, make sure to subscribe to my channel. And stick around for this review if you want to understand why the Coldcard Q stands apart from every other hardware wallet. And again, make sure to follow my channel because that comprehensive tutorial is coming soon. And trust me, you'll want to see it if you're serious about Bitcoin security.
Disclaimer, this video does not constitute financial and legal advice in any way whatsoever but for information purposes only. When making financial and legal decisions and commitments, we strongly recommend you consult your professional financial and legal services provider.
And let me start with what makes the Coldcard Q exceptional. Well, first, it's fully air-gapped operation. This is huge. The Coldcard Q never needs to connect to your computer for normal use. You can do everything through QR codes or micro SD cards, which means your private keys stay completely offline. Think about it. If your device never touches the internet, hackers can reach it. For users who want that hack-proof peace of mind, this is as secure as it gets. Next really important feature is that Coldcard uses dual secure elements, and here where it gets really interesting. The Q uses two security chips, the one you see over here, from two different manufacturers. Why does it matter? Well, if one chip somehow had a vulnerability, you'd still be protected by the other. It's like having two different locks on your door from two different companies. For security-conscious users, this redundancy is a top-tier protection. So next, it has a dedicated QR scanner with LED. And this isn't just any QR scanner. It built specifically for reading Bitcoin transactions, and it has its own LED light. Whether you're in a bright office or in a dark room, it scans PSBTs reliably every time. And this makes air-gap transactions actually practical for daily use, not just a security feature you never touch. Next, it's NFC functionality. Beyond QR codes, the Q supports NFC for quick tapping to transfer data. This is especially useful for regular multi-sig signers or when you're transferring between your own devices. Just tap and go, no cameras or cables needed. Many crypto users love that Coldcard has open source everything. Both the firmware and hardware designs are open source, which means anyone can audit the code. In the crypto world, we live by don't trust, verify. And with the Coldcard Q, you actually verify. Tech-savvy users can dig into the code themselves or rely on the community's continuous auditing. Next, my personal favorite I got to mention are advanced security features. The DuraSpin and BrickMePin are features you won't find on most hardware wallets. You can set up 2 extra pin codes for your wallet. With the DuraSpin, if someone forces you open your wallet, you can access a fake wallet with a small balance instead. And the BrickMePin goes even further. It completely destroys the device. These are unique features for high-risk situations that most wallets don't even consider. And let's be real, such robberies happening regularly in today's world. Next, it has 2 dual micro SD slots. Having 2 SD card slots with push-pull design is more convenient than you might think. No more fumbling with spring-loaded slots that shoot your card across the room. You can keep one card for backups and another for transactions. It's these little quality of life improvements that make daily use so much better. Next, I got to mention the key teleport feature. This lets you transfer seeds, passwords, or even multi-sig transactions between Coldcard Q devices using QR codes or NFC. Imagine securely cloning yourself or passing a multi-sig transaction to your business partner, all without touching the internet. This flexibility is incredible for advanced users. By the way, once again, I spent my own money to fully test this Coldcard wallet to publish an independent review, and if you find it helpful so far, please smash that like button for me. It will help YouTube algorithms to promote my video and channel, and I highly appreciate your support. Next, Spending Policy Key, CCC. For those managing serious Bitcoin holdings, this feature lets you set rules like daily transaction limits or whitelisted addresses. It's like having a hardware security module built into your wallet. High net worth individuals can enforce their security policies at the hardware level. The next unique part about Coldcard Q is its battery operation. It can run completely on a battery power, which means true portability and zero reliance on potentially compromised USB power sources. You can site transactions in a remote cabin or during a power outage. For people in areas with unreliable power or those who travel frequently, this independence is invaluable. Next feature is its virtual disk mode. When you do connect via USB, the Q can act like a USB drive, making file transfers feel familiar. You can drag and drop PSBT files just like moving documents. This bridges gap between high security and user convenience. Next, Coldcard has extensive backup options. The Q supports encrypted backups that save everything, not just your seed, but all your settings, save addresses, and multi-sig configurations. You can restore your exact setup on a new device, which is crucial for complex configurations. And a couple of more nice things about it is QWERTY keyboard. This full keyboard is a game changer for entering BIP39 passphrases. If you've ever tried typing a complex passphrase on a device with just a few buttons, you know how painful it can be. The Q makes it simple to create secure distractions wallets or add that 25th word passphrase. Finally, it has a large 2.3-inch LCD screen. The colorful display is big enough to actually read transaction details comfortably. And you're not squinting at tiny text or scrolling through the endless screens. When you're about to send Bitcoin, you can clearly see the amount, the address, and the fees. No more blind signing. You know exactly what you are approving. The Coldcard Q wallet also offers advanced features like tap to broadcast or BIP85 integration, which may be complex for some users and less commonly used. For detailed explanation on those, check out Ben from BTC Sessions' excellent 50-minute video linked in the description. Now, let's be honest about limitations. I'll start with the thing I hate the most. The Coldcard Q only supports Bitcoin, no Ethereum, no altcoins, no NFTs. So, if you're a person with a diverse crypto portfolio, you'll need additional wallets for your other assets. Even though I completely understand this laser focus on Bitcoin is great for security, but limits versatility. Alright, now why probably most of the beginners skip on this wallet is because of its complex setup. Let's be real. The Coldcard Q has a learning curve. If you're coming from a simple mobile wallet or probably never used crypto wallet in your life, the setup process might feel overwhelming at first. You're dealing with two-part pins, anti-phishing words, seed phrases, and export procedures. But here's the thing, don't worry. This learning curve isn't crazy steep, and more importantly, it's incredibly useful knowledge for every crypto holder to understand. These aren't arbitrary complications. Each step teaches you fundamental Bitcoin security concepts that apply everywhere. And later, in the future video, I'll walk you through the complete setup of the wallet with a step-by-step tutorial explaining everything in detail. By the end, what seems complex now will feel like a second nature. Speaking of keeping your seed phrase safe, I always recommend to use stamp seed. This is a titanium plate I personally use, which is pretty much indestructible. And if you decide to order one, use promo code OCryptoCanada at the end to get a 15% off. It helps to support such small businesses and my channel as well. Now I see many complain about Coldcard price point. Indeed, the Coldcard Q is one of the most expensive hardware wallets on the market. For crypto holders just starting with small amounts of Bitcoin, the cost might be hard to justify compared to the $100 alternatives. But in my opinion, you get what you pay for, and the Coldcard is more than worth its price tag. Next thing I got to mention, the physical size of the Q is noticeably larger than pocket-sized wallets like Ledger or Trezor. While the size enables the keyboard and the screen, it's not something you'll casually carry in your pocket. This is more of a vault device than an everyday carry. I also see many users whine about that Coldcard doesn't have mobile support. And unlike some competitors, there is no mobile app companion. You'll need a desktop computer with spare wallet for most operations. And for those used to managing everything on their phones, this desktop requirement might feel outdated. But in my opinion, this isn't an oversight. It's a deliberate security choice. Again, Coldcard is designed for complete air-gapped operation, meaning it never needs to connect directly to any internet-enabled device. Mobile apps would require Bluetooth connections or USB connections to phones, which creates potential attack vectors. By sticking to desktop software with SD card or QR code transfers, Coldcard eliminates entire categories of vulnerabilities that mobile connected wallets face. It's less convenient, sure, but for serious Bitcoin security, this limitation is actually a feature. So now I hope you get the idea of what Coldcard is all about. But if not, ask your questions in the comments. And I've tested over 20 hardware wallets on this channel, and nothing comes close to Coldcard security. In my opinion, it sits at the absolute top of crypto hardware wallets when it comes to safety. Once again, and this is super important, please be aware there are many scam websites that sell fake Coldcard wallets. Only buy directly from CoinKite, the company behind it. I'll put an official link in the description that provides me with a little in-store bonus, so later on I can test more tech products from CoinKite. Don't risk your Bitcoin security to save a few bucks on a sketchy site. If you're a Bitcoin holder and you're paranoid about security, and if crypto safety is your #1 priority, then this wallet is definitely for you. And I'm not talking about digital security. Those features I mentioned, like Curious Pin that opens a fake wallet or Brick Pin that destroys the device, these aren't gimmicks. Physical crypto robberies are happening all over the world, and Coldcard is one of the few wallets that actually addresses these real-world threats. I need to mention the Coldcard Q isn't for everyone. If you're trading altcoins, need mobile convenience, or want something your grandma could figure out in 5 minutes, look elsewhere. If you're just getting started with a few $100 in Bitcoin, or you need something simple for daily transactions, there are easier options, and you can check those on my channel. But if you're serious about protecting your Bitcoin for the long term, the complexity becomes worth it. As mentioned, I'll be doing a complete tutorial in the next video, where I'll walk you through every single step of setting up and using the Coldcard Q. That tutorial alone will save you hours of confusion and potentially costly mistakes. Once again, if you're from Canada and into crypto, subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumb up if you find the content valuable, and see you in the next one.